Hello, we are live, and Cameron just disappeared. No. Wait, does it say we're live? Are we live? Oh, we're okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. Oh, did we get Cameron back?
Yeah,
Cameron.
I had to refresh it 'cause it said scheduled.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the stream. Cameron, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. How's it going with you?
Doing great. Today, we're gonna be talking about everything Spider-Man, Sony, or so whoever's here, welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. And yeah, I guess let's get started, right?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Also, bear with us, guys, whoever's tuning in, that I'm not an expert at streaming, so uh, bear with the technical difficulties and whatever else happens during the stream. And I'll try to get to whoever's comments. All right. Okay, so first we're gonna start off with reviewing Venom 1. Just talking about the movie real quick. Cameron, do you want to go first? What are your thoughts on the Venom 1? You gonna even talk
Venom
about that?
1 was actually a really good film. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like
I
Venom?
think Tom Hardy, obviously, he does a brilliant job at everything he does. Bane, uh,
Yeah.
Mad Max, all them films.
Oh, yeah, he was Mad Max, I forgot about that. I really like him as Bane, he's super terrifying. He's, like, up I think he's up there with the Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, in my opinion. I really like him
I think that
as
was the point.
What's that?
I think that was the point.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like Bane, from The Dark Knight Rises. They think he's, like I don't know, I forget what people say, but, people
Is
don't
it
really
because
like
he wasn't comic book accurate?
that, and I think they find his voice to be annoying. I really liked his voice, I found it to be, like, menacing.
The voice was worse because Tom Hardy had to do voiceovers over all of his voices in The Dark Knight.
Yeah, but
So
I liked
they
him.
did all the filming, and then they had to mute all his voice, and he had to re-record it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah, Venom 1, I feel like I liked it. It's not a great movie, has flaws. Don't think it's a bad movie, though. I think it's definitely okay to good in my opinion. I think there's, like, redeeming qualities to the movie, and I do like Tom Hardy as Venom, I think, or as Eddie Brock. I thought he was pretty good.
Doesn't he also play Venom as well, like the voice?
I don't know if he did the voice, but they did a good job with the voice too. I liked the it was better than what they did in Spider-Man 3, where it was just, Topher Grayson, just his normal voice. It was so bad.
Yeah, I
And
think them giving Venom a personality was quite nice as well.
yeah, they had, like, this buddy cop relationship going
Yeah,
on in the movie. I liked what they did for Venom. And then the villain was pretty good too, I feel like. The silver villain, the silver symbiote.
I think I forgot about him to be honest.
I liked the Venom 1, and then I do like Venom 2 better. I think they're both okay. I like Venom 2 more. I
I
think that
think
was
the villain in Venom 2 was better, but Woody
Carnage?
had. I think Woodley Hausen does a good job at the villain.
Yeah. Yeah, his name is yeah, Carnage, the red symbiote.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Venom 2 better. I think both are okay. I think Venom 2 is a little bit better. I think it's just I think they knew what worked with the first movie, and they just did more of what we liked in the first movie and the second movie, you know?
And it was directed by Andy Serkis.
Oh, yeah, was it really?
Yeah,
Oh. Oh, wow, I forgot about that part. That's probably
but
why it was better because they actually hired someone that's actually good.
and he knows how to like write scripts and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's been acting for a long time. He played Gollum. He played the ape in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Snoke in Star Wars,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he was in Andor as another character in Star Wars. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He played both Snoke and, um, the guy, I forget his name from did you watch Andor, by the way?
I think I watched one episode.
Uh, did you I guess you didn't like it?
No,
Andor?
I just couldn't really get into it to be honest.
Yeah. But, yeah, Andy Serkis was good. I think he was better in that than the sequels because they kinda wasted him a little bit in the sequels, not gonna lie. Andy Serkis.
Oh yeah, I think he was already in it for like what 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was only in The Last Jedi for, like, 10 minutes before they killed him all.
Yeah,
But, yeah, so yeah, Venom 2, we both so you say first one is they're both
I
really
think
good,
the
you said?
first one's the best out of everything Sony's produced so far, apart from the Spider-Man films.
Yeah. I think the second one's better, but the first 2 movies, I feel like they're decent. Then there's Morbius. That's their 3rd
God,
movie.
not Morbius. No.
What did you think about, Mr. Doctor Morbius? What'd you think of that movie? Cinematic masterpiece, right?
I have no words.
Yeah,
More, it's been a while since I think I paid for that film on Amazon when it first came out.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that was £6 and never getting back.
Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Morbius, it's bad. It's just really bad. There is redeeming quality. I think it's so bad that's actually funny, you know? But, it's not a good movie. There's that one scene with Matt Smith. He's, like, the only good part in the movie, in my
To be
opinion.
fair, Matt Smith does do a good job in Morbius.
Yeah. Oh, we have a comment here.
Ooh.
Uh, Ravi and Sorona,
Do
a
you
strong
watch any
duo.
H horror? I think it's anime, ain't it?
Do you watch Naruto? I have not watched that. I don't know what that is. But, thank you for the question. You're the first, question of the day. I have not. I have
The
never.
Saki's Mask episode of Naruto. I'm probably butchering that, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's another comment here. You seen the Kolaski's Mask episode? No, I have not. I've never heard of Naruto, but thank you for your questions. I
I think I've
appreciate.
heard of it. I'm just not really into anime, like
Yeah,
Last Airbender and all that.
me either. Yeah, but
Have you seen Spider-Man Across the
oh, there's
Spider-Verse?
another. I have. I like this. We're gonna actually talk about that a little bit later, the Spider Verse movies. But yeah, I have seen that. I do like the Spider Verse movies. I think they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
pretty good. But yeah, back to Morbius. Thank you for your comments again, Ravi. I'll get back to the comments in a little bit. But what was I gonna say?
We were talking about Morbius, unfortunately.
Yeah, more Morbius, yeah. Yeah, Matt Smith is redeeming in the movie, in my opinion. Um, and the dance scene is funny.
Wasn't Jared Leto the one who played Morbius?
He is, yeah. I do like Jared Leto. I thought he was good. Um,
I think he did the best he could.
what's that?
I think he did the best he could.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, he was definitely the best part of the movie. But at the end of the day, it's still Morbius. It's still not good, but it did create good memes from it. I will say that. I used those memes for about, like, 3 months with my friends and stuff. It was I am glad it exists, I'll just say that, but it could've been a good movie. I feel like, if they could make Blade a good movie, then they could've done something with Morbius to turn that into a good movie, you know what I mean?
I mean, they made the Twilight films like very popular. So
Yeah, wait, was it Sony that did Twilight?
no, I was just talking in general. Like Twilight
Oh,
films are very popular.
yeah, they could've
They
done
did-
something. Yeah. I didn't oh, yeah, the Twilight films, yeah, I'm not a I think those are really bad movies too, but yeah.
I mean, there is a lot of vampire films out there that are good. Like, oh, what's the film that just came out? I've lost it now. I can't remember what it's called. Renfield, that's it. I don't know where you went. You vanished. I guess I'll be hosting the stream for the meantime. I don't know where you went. So I'll be doing the. Is it still live? I think it's still live.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I don't
just
know
about
why
to. I was
it
just
just
about to host it.
yeah, it just disconnected me.
Yeah, I
What the
think you did
heck?
that to me earlier as well.
Dang, StreamYard. Very, very cruel, man. Very cruel StreamYard. Um,
Maybe StreamYard is a fan of Morbius. And it's like, no, no, I got silence.
yeah, it's like it's offended. StreamYard doesn't like us trashing Morbius. But yeah, so we agree on or you say Morbius not good. But
No, not
It's
good.
so bad. Do you say it's so bad that it is good though? Like, it's actually, like, entertaining?
Oh,
I think it is.
I think it goes on the line of it's so bad it's funny.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, I would say I agree with that, but it could have been better, obviously. I think there's some things they could have done with, Morbius to make it
I
better.
think again it's reshoots that made the movie suffer a lot more
Yeah, definitely.
because I
And
heard
then,
there was a lot of reshoots in the film.
yeah. And what would you say, your thoughts are on, Madam Web?
And I
What did
think
you
my thoughts on Madame Web are a lot more fresh than Morbius. So,
Yeah.
um, Madame Web wasn't great.
No,
At least with Morbius, I stayed awake.
Yeah, I had a tough time, watching, Madam Web. My girlfriend wanted to watch I didn't have any plans to watch it in theaters, but my girlfriend on Valentine's Day wanted to watch that for some reason, and, we ended up watching it, and it was just it was so unbelievable. It was worse than I even thought it was gonna be. It was I was, like, I was laughing because it was like I was losing my mind of, like, how bad the movie is. Like, good grief, to me, it's, like, on the level of Batman or Robin,
You
Catwoman,
gotta say
Green Lantern. I'd rather watch Green Lantern, honestly, than watch
that.
Madam Web, but, oh, good grief. That movie is fundamentally bad on every level. I don't I just there's not a single redeeming quality. The acting it's not the actor's fault, though. It's not the actor's fault. Maybe it's not even the director's fault either for why the movie's bad. Writers, I think, do have
To be fair, a whole production team looked at that script and was like, "Yes."
yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? Um, yeah,
I think it's mainly Sony's fault because they're the ones that commissioned the script.
yeah.
Like that, they greenlit that script. They're like, "Yep, that's what we're going with."
Oh, we have some more comments here. I'm just gonna read these real quick. Thank you, Ravi and Sharana, for more of your questions. Do you think Spider-Verse will win an award for animated feature at the Oscars? Uh,
Yeah,
what do you think? I think possibly. Yeah,
I don't think it will
yeah. I think
because most of the time when there's Oscars, the films don't really get that reward. It's usually another film that's like so niche that no one's ever heard of it.
yeah. Um, I think. Well, didn't Puss in Boots come out? Puss in Boots 2? Didn't that
The
come out
Last
last year?
Wish, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna. I think that's gonna win. I heard that was like one of the best animated movies ever. I think that might actually win over Spider-Verse. So,
I
it's either
actually
gonna be
really
that one.
enjoyed the Puss in Boots film.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I
lost
didn't
to Pinocchio.
what's that?
Apparently, Puss in Boots lost to the Pinocchio.
Oh, okay, then yeah, then Spider-Verse is gonna win. I got the years confused for a second. Um, yeah, so, um, I guess Spider-Verse, will win then. I think I think that will win. What about you?
Yeah. I
Yeah?
mean, I don't know because the Oscars sometimes are rigged. So
Yeah. Did I ever
I'll be back in a minute. Hold on.
okay. Did you ever watch The Clangers? I do not know what that is. Is I have not watched it. I'm sorry. Thank you for your questions, though. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish lost to Pinocchio. Oh wow. Okay, I haven't seen either Puss in Boots or that. Um, Boy and the Heron. Oh, I heard of that. I heard of the Boy and the Heron. Here, I'm gonna look that up real quick. I don't watch too many animated films. But I did hear about a lot of these. Oh, The Boy and the Heron. Oh, yeah. I think I did. Yeah, I did see that. Hear about that. Who here remembers the Wiggles? Oh my god, that's my childhood. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for your questions. I do remember the Wiggles. I grew up with them. Uh, yeah, it was a good time being a kid watching the Wiggles. All right, we're just waiting for Cameron now. Um, Oh, I like the Wiggles episode where the yellow wiggle made a glass of milk disappear. I don't know if I remember that episode, but yeah. Thank you again, Ravi. A shout out for you. Shout out to you, Ravi and Serrano, strong duo for your questions. We're just gonna be waiting for Cameron, and we're gonna be talking more about Madam Web and how it's not a good movie, one of the worst in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, who here remembers Ed and Eddie? I have actually Ed and I don't know what that is. What is that? I did not watch that. I've never heard of that. Oh, where did my stream go? I remember Arthur. Yes, I did watch Arthur growing up. That is, I watched it on PBS Kids when I was a kid. Those are wow, you're talking about older shows. Yeah, those are bringing me back memories. Oh, and I said, and Zach and Cody. I did watch Zach and Cody. Growing up, that was on the Disney Channel with the Sprouse brothers. That was good. But thank you for your questions. Sure, Cameron will be back soon. But yeah, we were talking about Madam Web. I forgot what we were saying. Uh,
I'm back.
oh, hey, Cameron, how's it going? Okay. Oh, we were talking about Madam Web. I think that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about Morbius and Madam Web and how you
Yeah,
think Morbius is worse.
I
No,
think
Madam Web is worse than Batman and Robin.
it's up there. It's like I don't know which is worse. I gotta like really think about like all the bad superhero movies. Like,
There is a few.
yeah, there's a lot actually. Unfortunately, well, I think Lord Thor: Love and Thunder is one of those really bad.
Oh
Um,
no, not that film.
yeah, to me that's the worst MCU film. I think I would rather watch.
The Marvel.
Um, what's that?
Um, you'd rather watch the Marvels, yeah?
I'd rather watch actually Morbius than Thor: Love and Thunder. So that's why I don't think Morbius is one of the worst. I mean, it probably is when I'm not. I gotta really think about it, but yeah. But
I
Madam
think
Web,
it's
that's
a
definitely it.
film. I think it's a film you only watch once.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
That and Morbius.
Yeah, I've actually watched Morbius like 3 times with
Oh
like
wow.
friends. Yeah, we like. Oh, I watch like with friends, just like it's something to put on to like laugh at, you know. 'Cause it's like it's so bad because it's funny. It's like that one scene, you know, where Matt Smith is dancing. That scene's just always so hilarious every time. It's always fun to watch it with friends and just like laugh at it. But Madam Web, yeah, that movie, I just no redeeming qualities. What did you think of Uncle Ben being in the movie and Peter's mom? But they didn't actually mention Peter in the movie.
I don't remember that bit.
You don't remember Uncle Ben? He was played by Adam Scott. He was he was the
To be fair, that was probably the part when I fell asleep.
oh, really? Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, the Uncle Ben was in the movie. It was stupid, but he did play good Uncle Ben, though. He was a good young Uncle Ben, in my opinion, but there was no reason for Uncle Ben to be in the movie as Madam Web's friend, and there was no reason for Peter's mom to be in the movie. She was pregnant, played by Emma Roberts, and Peter was in the womb, and then um, gets born at the end by the end of the film. So yeah, it's really bad. But what was I gonna say?
But ain't the film set in 2003? Or was that in the MCU? Because if it
I
is Sony, then Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was already swinging around in 2003.
yeah.
So
No,
that timeline already don't make sense.
I think it takes place in another. it's, like, separate from the MCU, but it's, like, in another universe where Spider-Man exists.
Right.
Um, yeah, the movie takes I don't know what their idea for Madam Web was. It's just Peter was in the womb. That's it. Peter was in the stomach, and he comes out at the end of the movie. That's
Right.
our Spider-Man thing, and I can't believe that he, they originally had Spider-Man actually in the movie, like, especially when he was in the womb, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because I think they were gonna have Andrew Garfield at the end of it.
That's the rumors were that it was originally, Andrew Garfield, and then it was Tom Holland, and then there was no Spider-Man because they realized that Spider-Man can't exist in 2003,
Yeah, yeah.
which I don't know how to take you by the end of the movie to realize that. Like, that's so bad that you have to give Spider-Man back to Marvel. Like, you do not deserve to own Spider-Man if you can't realize that Spider-Man's not supposed to be in the movie when he's in the stomach. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, like they've been writing the script. They plan the script and like they think, okay, we add this in, revise it and everything. They hand in the final draft, and they're like, hold on, like Spider Man is still in the room. They should already know this. They wrote the script.
yeah, I I don't even I don't even know. I don't know how that even happens. Like,
They should know.
it's
They should
incompetent.
know the story like back to front because their story.
What's that?
They should know the script like back to front.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, so Madam Web is really bad on every level. There's no reason for Uncle Ben to be in the movie. The Spider Girls that were in the movie, um, they weren't uh they weren't they weren't good. They weren't even the suits.
To
The
be fair,
movie
the trailers were quite misleading because it
Yeah,
showed them in the
exactly.
suits, and then they were only in the suits for like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's false advertising. The whole movie is um what was
To
it
be
called?
fair though, they did the same thing in Infinity War, where they had the Hulk and everyone running at the camera, and it never happened.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is for that, like, I think everybody thought that they were gonna get in their suits by the end of the movie, but it was just they never did. It was just false advertising on every level, and, the villain was trash too. He sounded like he wasn't even in the room. Like, it sounded like they did really bad ADR
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
villain, but,
That might have been the reshoots or something then.
I have no idea. I don't even know how that's why the movie's so bad. Like, it doesn't sound good either. Like, the guy doesn't even sound like he's in the same room as anybody else. It's like they had, like, another voice actor dub him or something. It was so weird.
Or what probably happened is the microphone stuff probably got like fan in the background or something, so they got him to redo his lines.
I wouldn't be surprised. But, yeah,
But like
Madam Web.
after one take, they should have known the fan was in the background because some of the headphones can hear it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't. But, oh, we have more questions here. I'm just gonna answer these questions real quick, and then, we'll move on or we'll still talk about Madam Web some more. Um, uh Have I seen Ralph Break the Internet?
I've seen it. It's
I
a
have
good
not.
film.
You have?
Yeah, it's a good film.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, so, okay, back to why Arc 9's question is what about Aunt May? Aunt May's not in the film. Um, he talks about Aunt May in Madam Web, but, he, uh, he doesn't, she doesn't, appear in the film, fortunately, because that would be really bad. But I could actually see Adam Scott's Uncle Ben dating Marissa Tomei's, Aunt May. So, I don't know if their intention was to connect Tom Holland's Spider-Man into Madam Web, because I could honestly see that, like, that Spider because it kinda adds up with the timeline stuff, Spider-Man being born in 2003, you
Yeah,
know?
but then where is Madam Web during the Avengers?
Exactly. I mean, they wanted Sony wants to connect their Spider-Man villain stuff to the MCU, but the MCU doesn't want it, so I think what they're doing is just saying all these films connect, but when Marvel is just like, no, they really don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Sony can't cook. I agree with that. They can cook actually. They made
The
the
Venom
animated
films were good.
Venom films were good. Um, films are good, and when they don't interfere and actually let directors do their own thing, like with Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, The Amazing Spider-Man,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Let's
they
not talk about Amazing Spider-Man 2.
no, no, that movie has problems. I actually think it's okay, but, it does have problems. Spider-Man 3 has problems. That's because Sony interfered, but, and then, yeah, when they don't interfere, their films end up being great. So I don't know why they keep interfering and not learning from that lesson. It's like, don't they just sit down for like 5 seconds and just think about the movies that were successes to the movies that were failures, you know?
I heard they're making a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that is rumors that but I was actually gonna talk about that later. That's why I think Sony should be focusing on maybe doing like Spider-Man 4, The Amazing Spider-Man 3, Miles Morales live action. Maybe they
But
should.
I think they're just gonna make it with Tom Holland now.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, what do you mean?
So instead of them making the Tobey Maguire one, I think they're just gonna make another Tom Holland film.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely happening, but I also think they should do a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4, in my opinion. I think they should do multiple Spider-Man films, like, out along with Tom Holland. I think they could make a ton of money by doing that, in my opinion. But, yeah, every time they interfere, their movie turns to crap, but when they don't interfere, their movie ends up being great. I don't understand why they keep doing that, you know what I mean?
Well, if you email Sony, they might give you the answer.
Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so, Marvel and DC, they have leadership with people who their characters Marvel and DC, they have leadership with people who their characters still working with them. What?
You have to elaborate more on that one.
Marvel and DC have leadership. I don't understand your question, why Arc 9, but I think DC has good leadership right now. Well, Warner Brothers is in good leadership. I do trust James Gunn. Um, I don't trust Warner Brothers, though. I feel like they're already messing with things by canceling Superman and Lois,
They
and they're
cancelled
probably
Johnny Depp, but they kept Amber Heard on.
oh, yeah, then yeah, that happened too, but, yeah, they canceled Superman and Lois,
Actually, James
uh
Gunn did that.
what's that?
James Gunn cancelled Superman and Lois.
They said Warner Brothers did it, not really him,
No, apparently it was James Gunn who did it on purpose.
oh. Oh, I don't know.
Because he didn't want there to be two Supermans.
Yeah, um, yeah, I do trust, I think James Gunn I think he's gonna cook with Superman Legacy, hopefully, fingers crossed, and hopefully with his DC universe, but, yeah. Okay, we're gonna read one more question, and then, we'll, uh we'll go back to Madam Web. Have you seen Ralph Breaks the Internet? Oh, wait, I think you already asked that, Ravi. But I haven't, and Cameron has. He likes the movie. But thank you all for the questions. We'll get back to more questions later on. Okay, so back to Madam Web. Yeah, Uncle Ben, no reason to be in the movie. Spider-Man, can't believe he was almost in the movie. The movie's just a pile of garbage with no redeeming qualities.
I think they should have just kept it like the Venom film, short and simple.
Exactly.
Venom
Yeah.
gets powers, and someone goes after Venom, try and get their powers. They fight, end the film.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they had something interesting going with the Venom movies.
I
No
think they made
reason
another one this year, or it's
I
coming out.
yeah, I think it's coming out in a few years, Venom 3, I
I'm pretty
believe.
sure it's coming out this year.
Oh, wait, it is? Venom
I'm
3?
pretty, I'm pretty sure
Huh.
it's either
Uh,
this year or next year.
interesting. I oh, that's cool. I wonder who's directing him. Hopefully, Andy Serkis again. That would be pretty cool. He did
Yeah,
good with Venom too. But, what else was I gonna say? Um,
we were talking about Madam Web.
yeah, sorry, I just blanked for a second, Madam Web. Um Yeah, do you have any other thoughts on Madam Web or anything you wanna talk about with that?
I think the villain getting killed by a Pepsi sign was quite funny.
Who's quite funny? Sorry.
The villain got
The
killed
villain?
by a Pepsi sign.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's also I wanna mention. Pepsi products all over that film was so annoying. Did you notice that? How they, like, advertised Pepsi throughout the whole film?
Yeah.
Like, they had the Pepsi sign, they had the Pepsi, like, cans and stuff, and it was, like, everywhere you looked, it was, like, a Pepsi product. It was so annoying.
What's even funnier is when you go to my cinema, before the film even starts, there's like a Pepsi advert.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, a lot of movie theaters, they, like, advertise Pepsi a lot. It's either Pepsi or Coke, I believe, that sponsors them, but, yeah, that throughout all Madam Web that's the only way they were able to make their money from that film was from the advertisement of Pepsi. That's why it
To
was
be
like
fair though, Spider-Man, was it the Amazing Spider-Man 2? They did the same thing with Sony products.
really?
Yeah, if you watch it again, I'm pretty sure there's like a Sony tablet or there's a Sony phone.
Oh, wow. Wow, Sony really loves their advertisements in their movies.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ralph the Movie Maker covered it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Um, yeah, so that was obnoxious throughout, Madam Web. Uh, yeah, just, one of the worst superhero movies of all time.
What else was there? The evil Spider-Man was interesting. I think they should have run with that concept.
You mean in Madam Web?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I didn't like it. I felt like he was a really bad villain in my opinion. He could have been interesting if his, backstory was developed more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
They didn't really do anything with his backstory except like, "Oh, we're in the Amazon because 'cause we're researching super powerful spiders," and then there's this, cult people in the spider super powerful spider island, and the whole thing's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Who the hell came up with this movie? Like, seriously, it makes no sense, like, at all.
What doesn't make sense is the fact that I think his name's Ezekiel. He
Yeah.
he got on the train without his mask, and then all the other times he has his mask on, or he just has his mask off with the suit. So I'm like, what's the point? You
Oh,
might as well went
yeah.
there with your suit and mask.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone's gonna know who he is now. So
Oh.
what's the point in exposing your identity?
Oh, this movie's so bad. Movie Sony, what are you why? Why? Why couldn't
Or like the only power he has is super jump. It's like it's in GTA 5, which cheats on.
yeah. This movie is just embarrassing. Um, yeah. Any other thoughts on, Madam Web before we move on to Craven real quick?
I think the acting wasn't bad, like at times,
Um,
but most of the time it was pretty bad. It's just there was some instances where it was okay.
I think the times it was okay because most of the movie got reshot. I think every time it was okay was before the reshoots.
Yeah, yeah.
Back when they thought
I
they
think
were
a lot of people are saying that.
back when they thought they were, making a good movie. But,
I think the actors just got tired, to be honest. Like if you watch the Justice League film, which is also a bad movie,
oh, yeah, that's one of the worst superhero movies of all time too.
you'll see that there's also reshoots in there. You just see the actors just being tired when it's the reshooting shots.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, I
think
agree.
mainly what it's down to is the actors just get so tired doing the same shots again.
Yeah, and also Fantastic Four too, that's another really bad superhero movie with a ton of reshoots. They look like they don't try in the reshoots.
Well, the fan four stick one.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Fan Four Stick, which is
Yeah,
why the hell did they do that? Even the
same.
title is bad.
I refuse to watch that film.
I watched that back in 2015, I think it was, like, I think I, like, just watched Ant-Man, I believe, I was, like, in middle school back in 2015, and I remember I just watched Ant-Man thinking, "Oh my god, Fantastic Four is back, finally," and that was somehow worse than the early 2000s movies, like, ugh, so bad. But, yeah, we'll start talking about Craven, but first, before we do, we'll read some more comments. You remember when Wreck-It Ralph wore Snow White's dress? Do you remember that in, Wreck-It Ralph 2?
Think I remember it, but I think he was only in it for like I think 5 seconds.
In the second one?
Yeah,
Batman Beyond is back on Crisis on Infinite Earths. Why
I don't remember.
Arcanine says.
What's that? The CW,
Anime
or is that the animated one?
he definitely wasn't in the live action Crisis on Infinite Earths on the CW because that the only thing they had with Batman related there was Batwoman. Yeah. And they had Kevin Conroy as Batman in that, and they wasted him, unfortunately. He just played an evil Batman on another Earth. So
Yeah, I heard
disappointing.
about
But I guess they're talking about the animated one. I heard Kevin Conroy's last voice performance as Batman was in Crisis on Infinite Earths, the animated movie.
that.
So I think he's talking about that would be really cool if Batman Beyond is in that movie. I can't wait to see the third part three or part two and three. I heard like all the cameos are going to be in part three, so it should be pretty cool. Are you excited for those? Did you watch the animated Crisis movies?
No, I haven't seen them.
No. I didn't watch any of the other animated movies that were part of the Tomorrowverse, but I did watch part one. I thought it was pretty decent.
Madam
Uh,
Web could have been better, but it unfortunately wasn't. Yeah, we're gonna touch on that soon, on how we could have improved it if we had the rights to Madam Web.
yeah. Hello, anything Star Wars and Marvel. I've seen you in my comments before. Thanks for joining the stream. Hello to you. Um, yeah, we'll touch upon that in a little bit. We're gonna like talk about what we would have done for the Sony Spider Verse and Sony Spider Man and Madam Web and all that. And Sony needs to stop doing Spider Man villain films without Spider Man. I agree,
To be
because
fair, that could work if they did Spider-Man films with the villains, and then they all teamed up at the end, and then they went after Spider-Man. That could be interesting.
yeah, I it could be. I feel like there's other things they could be doing besides these villain films that they're not gonna make it. They're not gonna make any money. They're not hiring good people to make it too. So it's like
I thought that's what they were doing initially.
we
Was
thought
they were
that's
gonna, that they were going to get all these Spider-Man villains, and then eventually they're all going to meet, and then they're going to go after Tom Holland or something.
I'm not sure if that's happening anymore. That might still be happening. I'm not sure. But
Because at the end of Morbius, you had,
you
I'm pretty
had
sure it was the Vulture.
yeah, they were supposed to do some sort of Sinister Six film.
Yeah, yeah.
But Madam Web is a hero, so how are they still doing the Sinister Six?
I have no idea. Like, I can understand Morbius, I can understand Craven the Hunter,
Raven.
I
Yeah.
can understand Venom, but Madam Web?
Yeah, I guess that's somehow gonna be in their Sinister Six film.
Maybe
Um
they come back after being hit by a Pepsi sign, I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's a Sinister Six versus Pepsi. That's their biggest product placement film. It's gonna be their next big product placement film. But yeah, I don't know what their plan is. I don't even know what's next after Craven. Isn't what originally was supposed to be Black Cat. They were supposed to do a Black Cat stable film, I think. Um, I don't know what the plan is now after Craven. But do you want to talk about
Yeah,
Craven real quick?
because the Catwoman film went down so well.
Cat. Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically the
That
same character, ain't it?
what's that?
Black Cat is basically the same character, ain't it?
Um, yeah, pretty similar. Pretty similar. I don't think anyone wants a Black Cat film. I don't. I mean, I want to see Black Cat team up with Spider Man. I don't want to see Black Cat in her own solo film. Maybe a TV series would be interesting if they could do something interesting with it with a good
Or
writer.
Disney Plus series.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I would watch that. But as a movie, like Man of Web, Morbius, they would make all better TV shows, honestly, I feel like. With like a really good showrunner, you know, like revitalize the character. That could make for some interesting TV. For movies, if they had a great writer, I'm sure, but they're not hiring great writers. They're hiring God of Egypt writers and Dracula writers. Dracula Untold, another bad movie. Yeah. But yeah, this Craven movie though, I think it looks pretty bad. I'm glad it's rated R, but why? Why is there he's not interesting enough for a movie in my opinion. And I just wanna see Craven in Spider-Man 4 or 5 or 6 or something. That could be so interesting, you know? But instead they're turning him into an anti-hero in his
Does
own movie.
Sony have any influence over the PS4 games?
I think so because because Spider-Man 4 is supposed to have something to do with Venom, so I think that's why Spider-Man 2, Venom was in it, and also I think the reason why they have Kraven in Spider-Man 2 is because they're making a Kraven movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, yeah.
I think but at least they hired good writers for the Spider-Man video games, or Insomniac's writers are really good. They know what they're doing with Spider-Man and Peter Parker Spider-Man. But, what was I gonna say? Yeah, the Craven movie, they're turning him into some sort of anti-hero versus his father. It's like, what are they doing? That's not Craven, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
You can't have someone killing animals nowadays.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, so I don't and I the actor that they I like the actor, but I think he might be miscast as Craven because I think for Craven you need someone like what's his
Like
like
Tom Hardy, you know, like
Tom
someone like Bill and has like a could actually have a rough accent.
Yeah, or not even an accent, just someone with a deep voice. I feel like, what's his name from the Guardians movies, the big
Dave
dude?
the Rooster, ain't it?
Dave Bautista, he would make a good Kraven in my opinion because he's big, he has a deep voice, he's serious. That's what they need for Kraven, but instead Kraven's being played by Quicksilver. So,
It yeah, yeah, Quicksilver, yeah.
Quicksilver and Kick-Ass.
Yeah, that was it. I was trying to remember the name of it.
Oh, Aaron Taylor John that's his name, Aaron Taylor
Yeah,
Johnson,
yeah,
yeah. And who also might be playing Batman now too, so,
right.
in the DCU, that he's in talks to be playing
Well,
Batman.
he's getting a nice paycheck today, ain't he?
Yeah, he's, like, in every, Marvel, DC, Kick-Ass. I think he's,
You
like
know who I can't escape? Pedro Pascal.
oh, jeez. I like Pedro, but I don't see him as Mr. Fantastic, and he's in every franchise now. Like,
He's
I
in
just see
Star
Pedro
Wars,
Pascal.
Last of Us, Narcos.
DC,
He's in the film that's coming out soon in cinema. Can't escape him.
yeah. I mean, he is a good actor. I do like him, but I don't see him as Mr. Fantastic, and he's, like, in every franchise, Star Wars. He's in DC. He was in Wonder Woman 84 as the villain.
Yeah.
Forgot what I forgot which character he played, but he played the father and the bad guy in Wonder Woman 84 along with Cheetah. Another really bad movie.
I mean, at least Pedro Pascal's getting a nice little paycheck, so.
Yeah, good for him. He's grinding. He's cooking out there. He's making his films. Good for him though. He deserves it. He deserves all the success. He's doing great things with Mandalorian. Doing good things with I like the Last of Us show. Um, I've seen him in other stuff too, but I just don't see him as Mr. Fantastic. So
No.
very big miscast. But yeah, back to Craven though. What was I gonna say? Yeah, doesn't look good at all. I mean, I'm glad they made it rated R, I guess, but they're gonna lose even more money now that it's rated R.
Yeah, because kids can't watch it, can they? 'Cause it's 15.
No,
Yeah,
it's gonna probably make like 10 million in the box office off of a $200 million budget.
that's bad.
Sony's just I don't even know what they're doing. I don't. I want to sit
I
down
think
with
they're
all these
testing
people.
the waters from like a company perspective.
Yeah, maybe. I guess.
Because everyone keeps making hero films, so I think they're making villain films to see if anyone's interested.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I think if it's done right, I think they did good things with Venom, like I said. But yeah, Craven, no, Morbius. It could be interesting if they had good writers behind it. Um, Madam Web, absolutely not. I don't. I think it could be an
I
interesting.
think the director said they're going to try and make another one as well of
You
Madam Web.
got. He's got to be joking. That must be an early April Fool's joke. If the director thinks he's getting a sequel, or I think it's a she. If she thinks she's getting a sequel, um, good luck. Good luck. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I feel bad for her because I don't think it's her fault.
I mean,
But
they opened it up at the end for a sequel.
with what? What? what is she gonna do with the sequel? Like,
They're gonna get
uh,
the costumes, I don't know.
no, not you, no, I mean, like, I'm just wondering, like, what this director's like, what does this director think she's gonna get for a sequel? Like, oh my god. I feel bad for her, though. I feel bad. For the actors too.
We got a few comments.
Okay, yeah, we'll, read some of these comments, and then we'll move on to what we would do with Sony. Sony, think we did read that one. Thank you, anything Star Wars. Why Arc 9/9 Y/ Arc 9 says Sony have to give the Spider-Man rights back to Marvel. At least they have the leadership in DC too. They have leadership now, unlike Sony. Have to give the Spider-Man rights back to Marvel. I agree with that. At least they have leadership in DC. DC too. They have leadership now, unlike Sony. Sony has no leadership. They
To
don't
be
have any.
fair, he does raise a good point, or she does raise a good point. The DC films does have villain films,
Yeah,
so
they
with
do.
that,
Yeah,
like, yeah,
Joker, the
so you
Suicide
can
Squad.
make a good villain film if you follow those footsteps.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can make a good villain film. Um, yeah. Watch the Craven film, not include Spider-Man, which would be ridiculous if you ask me. It's yeah, Craven's not gonna be um Spider-Man's not gonna be in the Craven film. I don't think so. Do you think he's gonna be in the Craven film?
Probably not.
Yeah, no. I mean, maybe Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. That would be pretty cool.
I heard Tobey Maguire is going to be at the end of Deadpool 3.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that would be cool. You know?
apparently they're going to ask him to join their team or whatever, and then they're going to go and join the Avengers.
Nice. I mean, I think Toby's definitely gonna be in Secret Wars, and same thing with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. But
I think it's going to be Doctor Doom now. I don't think it's going to be Kang anymore.
yeah, it's supposed to be Doctor Doom as the villain. I think they were saying because Jonathan Majors is no longer. I think apparently they were gonna get rid of Kang anyway because no one liked him after Ant-Man 3, which makes sense because he gets beaten by a bunch of ants. Like, why is that your next Thanos gets beaten by a bunch of ants? Like, that's not a good look, Marvel. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. I didn't think Kang was good enough to be like another Thanos. I think someone like Doctor Doom, Galactus, the Beyonder, those would have been good villains as
To
their
be
next
fair,
one.
Ant-Man 3 gave me a headache. The amount of green screen that was in Ant-Man 3.
Yeah, it was like watching the Star Wars prequels for me.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't good to look at. I don't like Ant-Man 3 at all. But, says I am a big anything Star Wars and Marvel says am a big DC and comics and Marvel fan as well. I do a Flash series and a Batman series over my main YouTube channel. My DC comic shows are set in an alternate Earth separate from the Arrowverse.
Well,
Awesome.
that's quite cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
awesome,
that?
Nathan.
Animation? Is that live action? What is that?
Um, yeah, well, that's awesome. Anything Star Wars and Marvel. Good luck on your series. That's great. Uh, am a really good writer. I wrote some episodes for my Batman series. That's awesome. Good luck on your Batman series. Anyone who wants to watch or check out his Batman series, it's anything Star Wars and Marvel. Okay. Cool, cool. Moving on. How would we redo the Sony Spider-Verse movies? Do you want to go first on that?
No, you go first.
I go first? Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so well, how I would redo the villain movies. The Venom movies, I do like them, but they do need to be changed. To make them even better. They could be great movies, I feel like. Maybe like have the dynamics of someone else took over. That's like a crazy concept. Someone took someone else over. You know what I mean? And like I just feel like that concept can make for some really great storytelling. Um, and what they should have done is maybe do more of like an agent Venom from the comics. I think that would have been better to do with Venom. it's kinda hard to do Venom before Spider-Man and make it great. So, I'd say for the Venom movies, they should have done into an Asian Venom film, and, and the like, Venom could go after other symbiotes, and it could be like Flash Thompson or Eddie Brock. Morbius, have it be more of a vampire film and no dancing Matt Smith, uh, none of those scenes, and, yeah, Morbius just needs a complete restructure from top to bottom. Um, yeah, just make it like a cool vampire villain film. Like, actually have him be a villain. They turn these villains into anti-heroes. Make a villain film. That would be so cool. We saw it with the Joker. It obviously works, you know? I just don't know,
The Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad 2, but they were all mainly anti-heroes in that movie. I think Joker was, like, the first real villain film, and it worked out great, and, I think they could do something like that with Morbius. Madam Web, just not my pitch to fix that is just have it not even exist. That's my pitch, is save everyone the trouble of ever watching it. But for real, like, I guess the way to fix that film, I don't even know because it's just not an interesting concept for me, Madam Web. Um, and first off, no Uncle Ben or Peter in the womb in that movie. Like, just get rid of any mention of Spider-Man. No Uncle Ben or anything. Um, and make it sort of like the X-Men, I guess. You know, they could have done something like X-Men First Class, especially since she's in the wheelchair. Kind of gave me a bit of X-Men vibes. So they could have done like an X-Men First Class thing. You know, they could have like where she's like assembling the team and stuff, and actually have them use their powers. You know, and be in the suits by the end of the film. And with a Craven film, um, just again, just have him be an actual villain and have like some sort of backstory of like how he came to liking hunting people. You know, maybe they could have like done a thing where he started off as a good guy. In the end, he's like, this is actually fun. Let me like continue to hunt down people. You know what I mean? Something where they show him be a bad guy. I don't want him to be an anti-hero, but I just don't think a Craven film works. It just doesn't make any sense. But that's my pitch to re like fixing the movies, like a quick pitch, I guess. But I have like another pitch of what I would do if I owned the rights to Spider-Man, which I'll say after you go, how you would fix the Sony Spider-Verse movies.
Right, so if I was to make like a Spider-Man Sonyverse outside of the Avengers, outside of Sam Raimi or whatever it is, Spider-Man, yeah, make my own separate universe and then them team up or whatever. Okay, cool. So then you would have Madam Web first, unfortunately, but that'd be completely different. And then you would have a break, so you'd have Venom 1, then you would have Venom 2, and then Morbius. So with Madam Web, I would have it be like a Final Destination sort of film. Like, I don't know if you've seen those films.
I haven't seen those films. No, what was it like? It's like an alien movie, right?
No.
Oh.
So, like, basically, in the first one, there's a group of school students get on a plane. Person pricks their thumb. They see into the future. They see the plane explodes. He then gets all the students off the plane. The plane then explodes with all the students on them. But the students that are meant to die are now not dead. So then, what happens then is that they all die one by one in the order they were supposed to die on the plane, and there's nothing they can do about it. But he'd got to try and avoid death as much as possible. So the guy at the premonition, he gets like glimpses into the future when they're all gonna die. So he tries to save them, but then obviously fate keeps intervening, and they die anyway.
Oh wow.
And that's the Final Destination film. It's basically death catches up, even when you try and escape it. They'll find another way of trying to kill them.
Oh wow, that's really interesting.
Like I don't know, like tripping on a bag or something that'll just fall, like just naturally.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So that could be pretty cool for Venom. I mean for Madam Web. I could see them making that like an interesting um interesting movie for Madam Web.
So,
That's
so
pretty
instead
cool.
of instead of Ezekiel, it could be Fate. So then, basically, just copy and paste Final Destination, just put it into Madam Web. And instead of her, well, she's still saving the people, but she's just doing it one by one. They die anyway.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. And wait, so there's no villain in the movie, it's just fate?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Fate.
That's really interesting because having, like, a movie without a villain, I think could be really cool. Because that would be really original, and it would stand out from the other generic stuff in the superhero genre.
And then you have Venom one, which I think is pretty good, to be honest. I don't think. I mean, maybe the villain could have been changed a little bit. Maybe not have a copy and paste Venom. Have like Carnage or someone on, or just have someone that actually competes with Venom to make him challenge himself a little bit.
Yeah.
Venom 2 could be Andy Serkis playing on not another Venom because that gets boring. I don't know, have like I don't know another villain that ain't Venom because Venom fighting two Venoms in two films it just gets boring
Yeah.
because then it's just a CGI fight. So maybe have Venom fight an infection in himself or something.
Yeah. Or
Like
maybe he could be fighting Venom, like, maybe the symbiote turns bad or something in the second film.
yeah. So I saw an episode of Batman Brave and the Bold, and Batman swallowed something, and the Atom and Aquaman had to go inside Batman and sort of like try and defeat the virus inside Batman.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think the Venom movies definitely could've I think they are good, like, they're decent. I mean, I know a lot of people find them to be bad. I think they're decent films, but they definitely could've been better, though, you know what I mean?
And then there's Morbius. Oh my god! I think with Morbius, you should have gone like a sort of Blade, Dark Shadow sort of route.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely, or Underworld.
yeah, yeah. I think that would have been a better. Like you need to pick a tone if it's going to be funny or it's going to be like dark, or you
It
could have
definitely needed to be
scary
dark.
movie. But they got to think what tone they want to go for. If they can go for a scary movie, or they can go for something like Twilight, where it's super serious. But they can't have both.
Yeah,
I think that's where they clashed in that film with the tone.
I agree, yeah. It was just uneven. It definitely needed to be dark, in my opinion. I think it needed to be rated R or hard PG-13, um, and it needed to be a serious film. Morbius, I think, it has the potential to be a good movie in there, even with, like, they hired a really great writer, but, yeah, they hired really crappy writers, and it just didn't know what they were doing with the movie. It felt like a parody in a lot of ways.
I mean, Matt Smith could have been a really good villain if
Yeah,
you because he has the acting chops to be a good villain, as you've seen Game of Thrones, Doctor Who,
yes,
Patient
especially in Doctor
Zero.
Who. What's that?
Patient Zero. He's in that film as well.
Oh, is he? I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever seen that.
Oh,
That's cool. Yeah, Matt Smith has been he was also in that Edgar Wright movie, I think, as well. I forgot what that movie was called, and he was also in Terminator. He
oh
wasn't
yeah.
in a good one.
And we've got
Yeah.
a lot of comments that's been building up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read some of these real quick, and then,
I
we'll
think there's
talk
a
more
good.
about the
I think there's a good like 10 comments there.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Y Arc 9 says CW not being profitable. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Um, do you agree with CW not being profitable with the CW Arrowverse?
Um. Yeah. I mean, they keep making really not great shows. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
I think the best show they probably made is probably Superman and Lois.
Well, yeah, I did like Arrow. I liked most of Arrow. Only seasons 3 and 4 I didn't like. The
Yeah.
crossovers well, The Flash, the first 3 seasons were really good.
Yep.
Rest were trash. Legends of Tomorrow, I liked the first 3 seasons. The rest I felt was trash. What were the other ones? Supergirl, I only liked season 3. I felt like the first 2 seasons were okay. The
Only
rest
season 3.
What's that?
Said you only liked season 3.
Yeah, I like well, I used to be a big fan of the Arrowverse, honestly. I used to watch all the shows, even the ones I didn't like, but until, Crisis, but, yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed the first 2 seasons. They had its moments, and 3rd season I felt like it was pretty good, but the rest was just, like, really bad after that.
And did you
Um,
watch Black Lightning on Netflix?
I have watched Black Lightning, I didn't like it at all, not even from the beginning, in my opinion. I felt like it was really boring, and then the rest was just bad. I watched the whole thing, unfortunately. I didn't like Black Lightning. What
I
else?
stopped
Then
watching season 3.
what's that?
I think I stopped watching it the third series.
Yeah, the 3rd and 4th season, I felt like was really, really
There's
bad.
4 seasons. I didn't even know there was 4 seasons.
Yeah, there's 4 seasons and it gets canceled because CW. And then,
We don't talk about Batwoman. Oh my god.
yeah, and then that show just doesn't exist. That has no redeeming qualities. And then there's Gotham Knights, which is even worse, and that also has no redeeming qualities.
I didn't even make it past the first episode.
Oh, Gotham Knights?
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Damian Wayne clone in Gotham Knights, and he has, like, a sword, and the whole thing just doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
Um, I think that's all there's Constantine, that was good.
Yeah,
Uh,
I enjoyed Constantine.
yeah, that was good, same only had 1
Lucifer
season.
as well.
What's that?
Lucifer was also part of the CW.
Oh, it was? Oh, yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons, I gotta get back to watching that show, but I thought it was pretty decent. Tom Welling, I don't know if you know him, the
Yeah,
Smallville Superman, he was on that show. Yeah, Smallville was another CW show. I love Smallville, I don't care what anyone else says, but I love that show. I grew up watching that show. That was my thing. Um, yeah, I love Smallville. I love Superman and Lois. I love both of those shows. I love Smallville more. I love Arrow
I'm
as well.
still waiting on series 3 to come on iPlayer.
You're waiting for what?
Superman and Lois series 3.
Oh, you haven't seen season 3 yet?
No, I haven't. I'm still
S
waiting.
Season 3 is so good, dude. Like, it's the best season. Like, I felt like the first 2 seasons were pretty good. The 3rd season, it takes it up a level. It's like it really is, like has great writing, and it feels, like, serious, but not too dark or whatever. It's a great season.
They said it was meant to come on iPlayer. I think summer last year, and it never came on.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm still waiting.
Oh, dang. Yeah, season 3 of Superman and Lois is really good. And then, I think that's all the CW show oh, then there's Stargirl. That was good. I liked Stargirl. Okay. Oh, and then did you like the crossovers too, on the Arrowverse crossovers?
Um, I think there was a few I didn't watch.
Oh, okay.
I think the
Yeah.
last one with the Flash.
Oh, Armageddon?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I didn't like that one, but, I liked all the crossovers up until Crisis on Infinite Earths, because that crossover was so disappointing, and they killed Oliver off in the 1st episode. Ugh, I could go on a rant about that for hours.
There you go.
Um,
Another video for you.
yeah, actually, I was gonna come out with a video about the Arrowverse and how I used to love it until Crisis on Infinite Earths, but, I'll probably release that after Superman Lois ends, because then that's when the Arrowverse officially ends. But, yeah, I used to love that universe, but, and I think CW did do some great things, but
To be
they
fair, I grew up watching um the Arrowverse, so I've quite a soft spot for it.
me too. I love the, all the seasons, and I love the universe up until Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was supposed to be their Avengers Endgame, and they completely dropped the ball in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was it could have been so cool, but the cameos were cheap. I didn't like what they did with Tom Welling Smallville. Like, he gave up his powers, like, what? I didn't like that. I felt like that was a disservice.
Brandon Routh's Superman come back.
What's that?
Brandon Routh's Superman.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that he came back. He could have been in the crossover more, and instead he gets replaced with Lex Luthor, and then he ends up being the paragon of love, and, the whole crossover was so bad. Killed Oliver off in the beginning, like, what a joke. Yeah. Honestly, I think Sony Joseph Jim Jimina, sorry if I butchered your name. Joseph says, honestly, I think Sony should give up and give the full Spider-Man rights back. I agree. You agree?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think they should hold on to the animated Spider-Man stuff because they're doing great things with animated Spider-Man. They're doing better than what Marvel could ever do with animated Spider-Man. But that's because they're letting the writers and directors do their own vision um like the Across the Spider-Verse movies, you know? Let's see. Film 1000. I hate to ask, but could you review episodes of my DC comics? You my permission. I think it would be interesting to hear your thoughts and opinions on each episode. Uh I mean, I'll definitely check it out for sure. I'll check it out once I'm done the stream. I'll check out your video and I'll like leave a comment and stuff. But keep up the great work with your shows and stuff. I remember you telling me about them in the past. Um Superman and
But
Lois.
I think anything Star Wars meant like, would you make a video on it?
Um I don't usually make videos about fan films because like I feel like I just don't want to judge anyone else's fan film work. I always want to be positive about it. But yeah,
Can,
I'll definitely like
can
leave
you
a
be
review.
positive about Spider-Man Locus?
What's that?
Can you be positive about Spider-Man Locus?
Oh, I'm not no comment. Um I mean, I don't know. That whole thing is a messy situation. Um yeah, I prefer not to talk about. Do you have thoughts about Spider-Man Lois?
It's not great.
No?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean yeah, I'm not gonna Plead the fifth. Uh, Superman Lois needs to end with a strong finale and have mediocre ending. Superman Lois needs to end with a strong finale, then have mediocre ending like the Flash did. I hope Superman Lois ends strong, but unfortunately they're being forced to end. Like they're ending. They wanted to make like 6 to 7 seasons apparently, and they're being forced to end on season 4 because of Warner Brothers, and
Yeah.
it sucks. It really does. I think it could have went as long as Smallville and be like consistently great throughout like multiple seasons because their season 3 was so great. And I think they have more great stories to tell, but unfortunately the budget's being reduced by a lot. Most of the
Yeah.
actors have been put to guest star appearances for like 2 or 3 episodes, and it's a limited amount of episodes. And they have a lot to wrap up before the final episode. Like this, it sucks. It really does. Because Superman Lois, I think, was really great, honestly.
Yeah.
And season 3, I love that season so much. It's really a shame. I think you're gonna like season 3. To me, in my opinion, it's
I
the
might
best.
just have to like buy it at this point.
It's on. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I watched it live. So you're in you're in the UK,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
I think Superman and Lois is going to be a lot like The Walking Dead Dead City that never came out. So you had to end up buying it on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah. I think you might have to like rent it or something for like a
Yeah.
few bucks because I'm not sure if it. I don't know how iPlayer works,
But if I
but
do it on Amazon, it'd be like £2.50 per episode. That'll get
oh,
really expensive.
oh yeah, 250. Wait, 250 pounds. You said?
Yeah. No, it'd
What
be
is
like
that? Was that
no two
American?
pound fifty. So it'd be like so I think $3 per episode or something.
Oh wow, and there's like 15 episodes, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
expensive. That'd be like £60.
yeah.
Might as well just buy the series.
Yeah. Anything Star Wars or Marvel says at YR. Oh, he's responding to another comment. Anything Star Wars or Marvel says at Cameron will. Okay. Joseph Jimenez. Sorry, Joseph says Superman Lois should have been moved to Max so it could get a bigger budget and maybe 2 more seasons. I 100% agree. Um, yeah, it would have been great with two. I think it needed at least 2 more seasons. I think it needed at least till season 5. But Superman Legacy does Warner Brothers doesn't want Superman Legacy to happen coexisting with Superman and Lois, which makes no sense. You can have the Batman exist
Yeah, I
at
was
the
about to
same
say
time.
that.
You can have the Batman exist, but you can't have Superman and Lois exist, which I think they're on, like, equal levels. I know a lot of people don't agree with that because Superman and Lois is a CW show, but Superman and Lois, I think, is it's just so great. I don't care what anyone else says. I love it as much as, like, the Batman.
I
It
think what it really is it's like the ratings or something, and
The
they don't
ratings are
get
pretty
that.
good, I think.
I don't know. Like it's got to be something else.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame. Uh, yeah, I do agree, Joseph. It needed 2 more seasons. Anything Star Wars and Marvel says at Cameron Wilkingson, my DC comic shows are on my main YouTube channel.
Yeah, because I was asking if they're in animation or something.
Oh, okay, cool. Never got past season 4 of Black Lightning. I unfortunately did, and it sucked. Yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting comment. If
Which
you were
one?
rewriting Morbius,
If I was rewriting Morbius, I would have had it be an villain origin story and have it tell the story of how Morbius went from a good man to a living vampire. Fire. Honestly, wouldn't do a Madam Web film. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, no Madam Web film, but have it be a villain origin story. That would have been really, really cool.
I've got a vampire film coming out soon.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, an audio series. It comes out in December, so it's a long time away.
Oh, let me know. I'll shout out on the community tab. Let me
Uh,
know when it comes out soon.
so yeah,
That's
speaking
awesome.
of vampires,
Wait, what is it? What's the vampire film about?
it's an audio drama. So it's about this person called Ezekiel. He tries to make friends with this human and tries to live in the real world.
Oh, interesting. That's
But then
awesome.
he gets hunted down by like his old friends.
Oh, wow. That's really cool, man. Let me know when it comes out. I'll shout out on my community tab.
Oh, thank
And
you.
and yeah, I always wanted to do an audio. I have like a couple audio scripts that I've kind of been working on. I'm probably doing it on the channel too, but it's just so hard because like with an audio film, you have to make sounds of like the things that, right? Like with audio, you have to like create the
I'm,
sounds and
if
stuff
I'm honest, I just take stuff from CapCut.
from Capcom.
Yeah, CapCut.
Oh, what's that?
So like it's an editing software.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I mainly have scripts for, like, live action stuff and, like, anime stuff, but audio film is really hard. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, audio is just whatever," but it's like it takes a lot of work to
Yeah.
do, because you have to, like, write down the scenes for, like, the sounds and stuff, so
I did an hour and I think it's 20-minute audio drama.
Oh, wow, I can't wait to check it out. That's awesome.
No, that was a few years ago.
Oh, it was a few years ago? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were saying you were working on it now.
No, that was a few years ago.
Oh, okay, I'll shout it out at the end of the stream. I'll put it on my community tab, like, tomorrow or something.
I only had about a month to work on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, wait, I didn't read this comment. FM 1000. I have big plans for my DC Comics show, my The Great Batman series, and the future Flash series, Flashverse. Going forward, Barry Allen slash Flash of Earth 17 could become a powerful Flash. Oh, really cool. Good luck on the series, man. I'll definitely check it out at some point because I got work and stuff later today. Uh, Jah- Jahado Rose. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to you, sir. How you doing?
Afternoon.
Okay. Oh, sorry. What else was I gonna
Is it
say?
even afternoon for you yet?
What's that?
Is it even afternoon for you yet?
Yes, it is. It's 11:54 for me.
Oh well.
What time is it for you?
It's 4:55.
4:55. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So 16:55. Yeah.
16.
Yeah. 1-6.
Oh, wait, you don't have. Wait, do you have 4:55 Do you have AM PM or no?
I have 24 hour.
Oh,
So
yes.
mine's 16.
Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's very. I forget like outside of America, things are different. Like at other places, like you guys have the steering wheel on the right side in the UK, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to like Yeah, I always wanted to travel, like, other places. I'm so tired of America, honestly. Everything's so different. It's cool. Okay. So, I guess to follow up more on, like, redoing the movie, like, if you own the rights to Sony's Spider-Man, like, they gave you complete control and stuff, how would you, like what would you do? Oh, Cameron's disappeared. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sure Cameron will come back soon. In the meantime, I'll read anything Star Wars and Marvel's comment. Oh, we got it back. Hey, welcome back.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, our StreamYard has been acting a little wacky this stream. But,
Yeah.
yeah, so if you own oh, wait, let me read this comment first. As a writer and as a content creator myself, I want DC Comics shows to be and feel very original. I want my version of Barry/Flash to be what the Arrow versus Barry/Flash should have been. Agreed.
Yeah,
That would
that's
be
fair
really
enough.
cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
nice. Cameron oh, yeah. 1655, anyone else? Yeah, where are UK people at? Shout out to you guys. Um, what was I gonna say?
If I owned like the Arrow, like the
Yeah.
Sony films, yeah.
Yeah, if you owned the Sony Spider-Man, like, if they came up knocking at your door, be like, "Yo, here you go. You got complete control. What do you wanna do with now that you own the rights to Spider-Man?" Starting back before Venom, what would you do with the Sony Spider-Verse? What would it be like? Would it be, like, exactly how you said, like, reshuffling the movies that they already made, or would you
I
do
think I
do
would
it
do what
different?
James Gunn's doing. I think he's doing a really good job at planning ahead 10 years. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I think that's the best steps forward compared to what Marvel's doing or what DC have been doing.
Oh yeah, DC is on fire right now. I feel like they have like a concrete plan. They're casting really well too, which I really like. Like they're just on fire with these castings for like Superman and Lex Luthor, They even got Jimmy Olsen a perfect casting, and it's like Marvel is not even like they're just asking people like it's a lottery thing. Like, oh, you want to be Mr. Fantastic, Adam Driver? No. Well, what about you, sir? No. All
I
these
think
people
they
are
asked Margaret Robbie, didn't they?
yeah, they asked Margot Robbie, "How about actually audition people?" Do they know the concept of auditioning? You know, where you sit down in a room and get multiple actors to audition. That's what James Gunn's doing. Like, I don't understand what they're doing with the casting. That's actually my next video is like,
To be fair,
Marvel.
James Gunn's always been really good with casting. I'll give him that.
He has, he has. He did a great job with the Guardians movies, Suicide Squad, his version. Um, yeah, because he actually auditions people. He auditioned, uh, he auditioned the guy from Parks and Rec, and no one like that's like great casting, you know, like getting like making unknown people big. That's what James Gunn is about to do with his DCU, and I can't wait for it.
I
Marvel,
mean,
on the other hand,
look at Chris Pratt. He was what Lego Movie character. That's what he was known as.
yeah, Lego Movie and Parks and Rec. He was Andy from Parks and Rec, the sitcom, and he wasn't even the main character in that either. But yeah, that Marvel used to be able to do good with their casting. They used to do auditions. They used to hire unknown people. I mean, they were kinda known, like, Chris Evans was a little known, but he wasn't an A-list actor until the Marvel movie. Same thing with everyone else except Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Ruffalo, but they weren't, like, making anything that much at the time anyway, and Robert Downey Jr. had to audition, you know?
And he already had a criminal record as well.
Yeah, so Marvel was giving him another chance, like a second chance. Now Marvel is just like, "Hey, A-list actors, you wanna be in our movie? Yo, Harry Styles, yo, pop star, you wanna be in our movie? Megan Thee Stallion, do you wanna twerk in She-Hulk?"
Yeah, that's
Like,
good.
what are you guys doing? Like,
That's good.
audition, be a normal movie studio, please.
I
That's
heard
actually
I heard Henry Cavill's gonna
what? Henry Cavill's in the
yeah,
MCU
Henry Cavill's gonna be in the Marvel films.
as well as Sentry? Oh, no, they have a Sentry actor.
I don't know. Apparently he's gonna be playing someone.
I'll look that up real quick. Henry Cavill. I mean, that would be pretty cool. Good for him. Hopefully they auditioned him though. He's gonna be playing Captain Britain. Oh, I could see that. That's cool. Captain Britain. I can see that. But yeah, that's actually like my next video. It's about how Marvel needs to change the way they're hiring their actors by not because the whole not auditioning people is dumb, and just asking people like they asked Mahershala Ali, like I'm sure he's gonna be a great Blade, but after he won his Oscar, um, they just asked him like, hey, which character do you want to play for us? Like whatever you want. Like no, that's not how it works. You have the power, Marvel. The actors don't have the power to just choose whatever they want just for the heck of it. You
Yeah,
know.
I heard Don Cheadle. When I think he auditioned for the role, and they called him up, and he had his daughter at a party or something. And they're like, "Oh, you got 5 minutes to call us back and say you want the role. We're gonna pick someone else."
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That's crazy. But, yeah, James Gunn, he's having multiple people audition for his characters, and I love what he's doing. He's doing all the right things, he's saying all the right things, like, he went on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, and he talked about what the issues are with the superhero genre, and I think he's saying all the right things, like, he's talking about how every film needs to be different and not feel formulaic and the same, you know?
yeah. I
So
heard Stephen Amell's been saying stuff about James Gunn.
what? What's my boy Stephen Amell talking about?
He's saying that he needs to actually do stuff with the movie instead of saying, "Look, I'm going to produce this and that." And other. He needs to actually show. I think he said like posters and audition tapes and stuff.
Um, I'm okay waiting to see all that stuff. I don't think there's any I disagree with Stephen Amell, but yeah, I know also Zachary Levi said something about James Gunn too. But I think he's cooking right. I think he's like doing and saying all the right things. I don't have any big red flags yet. But sorry, we
I heard
started
the
talking about
person that
DC.
played Deathstroke in the. I think he was at the end of Batman v Superman.
The person Joe I forget his name.
But yeah, apparently he called up James Gunn and went into his office or something asking if he could be Deathstroke again, and James Gunn basically told him to fuck off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I guess that makes sense because it's like he wants to hire all new actors. So I'm okay with that. You want to do a complete restart, get rid of all the baggage. Maybe we could get him back in a Crisis on Infinite Earths movie or something like that.
I'm quite glad they're not keeping Ezra Miller though.
Yeah, I feel like he was miscast and as the Flash. He played it more like Bart Allen instead of Barry Allen. And then Grant Gustin, I like Grant Gustin as the Flash, but he played it more like Wally West instead of Barry Allen.
Mm.
I hope we get like a really good Barry. I don't know if you know the actor Lucas Till, Havoc from the X-Men movies.
Yeah, yeah, I think I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's who I want him. That's who I want DCU to cast as Barry Allen. I think he'll make a really good Barry Allen.
Huh.
But yeah, we got really sidetracked. My apologies. We
Nah, that's alright.
start talking about DC. So yeah, how would you redo if like Sony came knocking at your door? What would I think you already said, right? You would do
Yeah,
Morbius,
so I'll probably do like a 10-year plan.
10-year plan.
Yeah, 10-year plan. I would like make sure I know where all the characters are going by the end of this 10 years. Make sure all the arcs are going. Just make sure what story I want to tell overall. Just plan it all out basically. See what my
Right.
budget would be for each film and all that stuff.
And would you make it like a villain Sony thing, or would you try to do like a Spider-Verse in live action, or
Um, I think I would continue with the villain trend. I think that's a interesting take.
you would?
Yeah, and then have all of them team up at the end. So something happens with the villains, with Spider-Man interfering or something, and then like, oh snap, Spider-Man too, and then like they all team up to go after this Spider-Man,
Oh,
and that'll be like the end game or something.
yeah, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what Sony's end game is right now. I think they're just making films. They don't have any plan to it. Just randomly having Vulture at the end of Morbius makes no sense. Like they're just doing whatever for the heck of it. Um, I would like if Sony came knocking at my door, I would be like this. I'll sit Sony down, be like, okay, you keep doing Tom Holland Spider-Man films. Um, let's get Sam Raimi back in the building. Let him do Spider-Man 4. Let him finish off whatever he wants. Get the cast back. Like do your vision. Have him complete control. Go to another country. Don't even touch Spider-Man 4. Let Sam Raimi keep going. Don't mess with it like you did Spider-Man 3, and let him like do what he wants for one final movie. But not kill him off though. I would talk to Sam Raimi and be like, look, Sam, just don't kill him off because we need him for possibly a Miles Morales movie or uh um
I
uh
mean, Tobey Maguire ain't getting any younger. He's in his
yeah.
50s now.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say don't kill him off, like, just uh, have him, like, do whatever with him, just don't kill him off so we can keep him for Secret Wars and for, like, a future Miles Morales movie. Um, then, I would get, a director who's really, well established. I think I would get Steven Chbosky, I don't know if you know who he is. He's a
What's he
director.
directed?
He directed The Perks of Being a Wallflower, it's personally one of my favorite movies of all time. Did you ever
No,
watch that?
I don't think I've seen it.
I would get Steven Chbosky or a director that could replicate the style of The Perks of Being a Wallflower to make The Amazing Spider-Man 3, and I would, again, say don't kill Andrew off because we need him for Secret Wars, and, yeah, so I would make The Amazing Spider-Man 3, finish that, then I don't know if I think I would do Venom. I would do Spider-Man 4, Venom, Amazing Spider-Man 3, then I would do, Spider-Man 2099, I think that could be a pretty cool film, um, and then I would do Venom 2, uh, then I would do, a Miles Morales live action film, and I would do Venom I'll keep Venom with the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, and I would do Miles Morales, I would bring Toby back for a Miles Morales Spider-Man film and have him be like a mentor to Miles, you know? And, yeah, I don't know what I would lead it up to, maybe a live action Spider-Verse movie that doesn't involve Toby, Andrew, or Tom, um, but I definitely think doing films about Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir maybe oh, that's becoming a TV show, actually.
Yeah, I heard about that with Nicolas Cage, ain't it?
Oh, jeez. I mean, I think the potential of a Spider-Man Noir film TV show could be really good. I don't want Nicolas Cage in there. I don't want him in there. Maybe it could be interesting. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I would do. I would make like a Spider-Man Miles Morales trilogy, finish off Toby's film series, finish off Andrew's series, do Venom films.
I don't think Zendaya needs more money.
What's that?
I don't think Zendaya needs more money.
No, I don't. And then I also have a pitch for like a Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy, but yeah, give him another trilogy that doesn't let Marvel do whatever they want with him. Like I don't have it. Sony, don't put your hands on that because they're talking about they want Spider-Man 4 to not be street. Did you hear about this? They don't want Spider-Man 4 to be street level, and they want Spider-Man 4 to be another multiverse movie with Tom, Andrew, and Toby.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's so dumb. Uh, No Way Home was cool because it's like a one and done. That's it. Hopefully we get a normal grounded Spider-Man movie for that. Uh, yeah, that's all I would do. I want to see a 2099 Spider-Man film, maybe even a Spider-Man noir film. Um,
I heard
and
Zendaya's coming back.
but not in Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That would be pretty interesting. But yeah, that's what I would do though if Sony came knocking at my door. Do you
Okay.
think? Do
What actors would you give another chance to in these like 10 years?
What's that?
If you had total rights over the Sony films, what actors would you put in there?
Um, I would keep them all the same. Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man films. I would let Marvel do whatever they want. Bring whoever they want back. For Toby's films, I'll let Sam Raimi do his thing. The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Um, I would want Mary Jane to be in the film. I don't know who they would cast for that. Um, yeah, I'm not sure about that. And then Miles Morales, I don't know who would be a good Miles Morales. Probably the kid from Stranger Things would be good. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his name's Cameron, I think. I think he would be a good Miles. Would you wanna see a Miles Morales film or a 99 Spider-Man 2099 film?
I don't know, because I think we're already seeing them with the Spider Verse films. I don't think we need to see more Miles Morales.
Yeah, I really wanna see him in live action, though. I
Because
really
we've got a Miles Morales game, we've got Miles Morales in PS4, we've got
yeah,
Miles Morales, like, animated films. I don't think we need more Miles Morales.
yeah.
Otherwise,
I
people are going to get Miles Morales fatigue.
Yeah, I really like him. I always wanted to see a live action film of him at some point. I think they are developing that though, which is cool. I think they could do something interesting
I
with
heard
that.
the voice actor for Miles Morales is going to do it.
He's kinda old to be a do a live action Miles at this point. He's, like, in his late 20s, early 30s, unless they wanna put do that direction for Miles Morales film.
And they might do an older one, an older Miles.
Uh, I mean, they did Toby old. I guess they could do Miles old too, you know? Like, they did in the Toby Spider-Man films, he was, like, in college, so I guess they could do the same thing for Miles. I wouldn't hate that, honestly.
Hey, speaking of the school years, I think they're doing Spider Man freshman year. I heard about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's supposed to be, a Marvel animated show. That's, I don't know, like, what universe that takes place in.
I think it's meant to be Tom Holland's universe. Like, it's meant to be him in his freshman years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard, like, the Spider-Man freshman years, like, it was originally supposed to be in Tom Holland's universe, but now that they moved it outside, I think that's what I heard.
So, what Spider Man is it meant to be? A random Spider Man?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be, like, in its own universe. That's
And how
suppo
many
that ha
universes is there?
There's a lot of universes. We're probably gonna see Spider-Man or I think they retitled it a Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I just looked it up.
It was so easy back then to know what universes was what. You had Sony, you had Fox, and you had Marvel. It was so easy.
Yeah, now there's, like, multiple universes.
There's like, I don't know, 10 universes. You got to follow this neighborhood Spider Man, got to follow this neighborhood Spider Man.
Yeah, it's a bit confusing a little bit.
Yeah.
Even with DC, there's like 100 universes for them too.
I think I saw a meme on Facebook a few months back where it said in 2050 you have to follow like 3,000 films, 300 TV shows.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
What do you think of Echo?
Echo?
Yeah,
Um, I I um I liked it. I thought it was decent. I mean, I thought it was good, but it wasn't great. I liked how I got vibes from the Netflix Marvel shows, but overall, it could have been better. What about you?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen Echo?
No.
I thought it was, like, pretty good, but, it just they had the typical Marvel comedy. Like, they made jokes, it felt like an MCU thing. It felt like sometimes it felt like it came from the Netflix shows, then other times it felt like it came from the Disney Plus MCU shows with the generic comedy, and it didn't take place in New York either. It kind of annoyed me with that. The show took place in some area, some, like, Western.
Well, I guess they're being diverse.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But, yeah, and then after that,
There's
what do you
the What If season 2 that came out.
I, I did see I saw a little bit of it. I'm not really into the What If Marvel. They didn't do anything interesting with What If, in my opinion. Did you like What If?
The first series was alright.
Yeah, that's cool.
I haven't really watched the second series yet.
Yeah, I heard, people like the 2nd season, I think. So,
I've heard mixed reviews on it.
yeah. Okay. And, yes,
What comments have we got?
we have more comments?
Yeah, we've got a lot of comments.
Okay, I'll read these and then we'll get to the last part of the stream, which is the talking more about like Spider-Man in general, Spider-Man Tom Holland. So let's see. Oh, okay, 1655 was the last. Film 1000. I'll tease this. My first Flashverse crossover will be titled Apocalypse War, but it'll be between my DC Comics show, The Great Batman, and the Future Flash. But that's all I'll tease. Oh, man, that's a great teaser.
Yeah.
Uh, Film 1000. Fun fact about me: I want to be an actor one day, and I want to be able to play a live action version of Miles Morales with Emma Myers from the series Wednesday as Spider Gwen, but in live action. That's
Oh,
really cool, man. Yeah, I mean, as long as you, like, work hard, you know, yes, like, that's really cool. I hope you, reach your dreams one day.
yeah.
Anything's possible as long as you believe.
You should have that as a quote in your description.
What's that?
You should have that as a quote in your description of your
Oh,
channel.
yeah, yeah. But good luck on the acting, man. I hope everything works out with that.
Should be your new merch.
Yeah. If a live action Spider-Man Gwen was to happen, oh, that's another one. I want to see a live action Spider-Gwen. I would want either Haley Seinfeld, great choice, or Emma Myers as Spider-Gwen within the live action. I don't know who Emma Myers is. I still have to see Wednesday. Do you know who Emma Myers is?
Emma Myers. Isn't she the one that's roommates with Wednesday? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have to watch Wednesday. I still haven't watched it yet. I got so many shows I still need to catch up on. Uh, I would absolutely play a strong and grounded I would absolutely play a strong and grounded comic book adaptation version of Miles Morales, but with Spider-Man as his possible love interest, but have a tease to what Marvel Studios is doing with. That's really cool.
But ain't they already doing now the Spider Verse films?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't. I don't think they're gonna be doing that again.
yeah, I don't think so. And last comment here is Avengers Secret Wars. Yes, hopefully Avengers Secret Wars is good. Fingers
I
crossed.
don't think that's coming out till 2030 now.
Yeah, it's gonna
It
be a
keeps it
while.
keep it keep getting it keeps getting pushed back.
It was supposed to come out next year. If the writer strikes didn't happen and all this other stuff, we were supposed to get Secret Wars next year. We were supposed to get Kang Dynasty this year, I think. No, wait. Kang Dynasty was supposed to come out next year. Secret Wars was supposed to come out in 2026.
Yeah, and
And
I'm pretty sure Deadpool was supposed to come out last year, but right.
yeah, yeah, writer strikes affected that. I can't wait for Deadpool 3, but I hope it's good.
I just hope it ain't gonna be like just a normal generic Marvel film because now they got the rights to it.
Yeah, I mean, I trust Ryan Reynolds. I don't know how I feel about Hugh Jackman coming back. I felt like Logan was the best crafted superhero movie of all time. Like, and on an objective level, I don't believe in objectivity, but in my opinion, like what makes great movies great, Logan did that. So the fact that they're playing with that kind of rubs me the wrong way a bit. You know what I mean?
I don't understand how the same person that did Logan did Indiana Jones 5.
Disney. I mean,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same director.
it is James Mangold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like James Mangold. I mean, I don't know what happened with him in that movie, but I still have a lot of respect for the guy. He's made great films, and like Ford versus Ferrari was a great film as well.
Oh yeah, I saw it. No, Ford versus. No, I'm pretty sure I just saw the film Ferrari. That's why I'm getting confused.
Uh, yeah, that was a great film. Um, yeah, so I still have a lot of faith in James Mangold. I hope he gets that Swamp Thing film made. I just think maybe Indiana Jones 5 needs Steven Spielberg, or they just should have never done it. I mean, even Indiana Jones 4 was really bad, and that had Steven Spielberg. So I guess. Well, the thing is, too, directors a lot of times like they make bad movies. Great directors make bad movies for whatever reasons. Steven Spielberg has some misses. George Lucas has a lot of misses. You know.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, just sometimes Martin Scorsese, I even feel like has misses. The only director that hasn't had a miss yet, in my opinion, was Christopher Nolan, but he did kind of miss with Tenet. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Tenet wasn't great.
no, I think that was probably his weakest film. It's just very confusing. It's not a bad movie, but it's very very confusing. You need to watch it like 3 times, to understand it. But at least he like took a risk with it. It was something original. But
I
yeah.
don't know. The guy who directs the Cars films ain't that bad, and the Toy Story films.
Yeah, yeah, they're good too. Yeah, I forget their names, but
John Lasseter, I think it is.
oh, nice. Okay, cool. And the last topic here, it says talking about Sony and Spider-Man. We already talked about it, but what are your thoughts on like what's like
Well,
Tom
you
Holland
can
Spider-Man?
always come back and rewatch the stream if you missed any of it.
What's that?
So they can always come back and rewatch the stream if they missed any of it.
Yeah, yeah. But just what are your thoughts on like Sony like Tom Holland Spider-Man? What should Spider-Man 4 be exactly?
Well, what would it be like script wise? You mean, or story wise?
Yeah, story-wise, like, what should they do with Tom just, like, should Spider-Man 4 be the multiverse thing, or should it be the grounded street level thing? And do you feel like the Sony's mishandling Tom Holland's Spider-Man right now?
I genuinely think it should just be a grounded film after the multiverse film beforehand. I think we need to see the effects that this multiverse in the last three films has taken on Spider Man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I think we need a grounded Spider-Man movie, and I just hope Sony doesn't mess this up. I'm really worried for Spider-Man 4 now after those reports came out, you know?
I think they're gonna make every film multiversal now
Oh, jeez.
because now they can tie it into their grand finale of like this end game they want to do.
Yeah, I feel like they should have not jumped right into the multiverse. I think that should have been like the third. Uh, like you know how like the first part of the MCU was the Infinity Saga, and the second part is like this multiverse saga. I
Yeah,
feel
but they
like
want to rush it now, don't they?
what's that?
They want to rush it now. This multi.
Yeah, yeah, they jumped right into multiverse, and it kind of felt rushed and not earned. Like with Thanos and Infinity Saga, that felt earned. This
Yeah,
multiverse stuff doesn't feel earned at all, especially with Kang.
I think what it is that they see multiverse stuff sells and gets loads of tickets, so they just jump right into it because they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna sell.
Yeah, it's all about the money sometimes.
And I think what we're also forgetting with the films building up is they're making it for different generations each time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Like with
Well,
Doctor Who, for instance, I think it's different for us now because we're older, whereas the kids younger than us will probably enjoy it.
that's true. Yeah, and that's the same thing with Star Wars too. Like they made the sequel trilogy for new fans, and they made other stuff too for older fans as well. But you know, a lot of these franchises want to aim towards the new generation of audiences, which is fair.
Yeah, I remember I interviewed a lot of I think it was a class of like Doctor Who fans. Like little kids must have been like 6 or 7 or something, and they
You
loved.
interviewed?
Yeah, I interviewed them. Yeah,
Oh wow, that's cool. What did they
and,
say?
that they loved Jodie's Doctor.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really cool that people are liking even Jodie, like, she's my least favorite doctor, but it's cool that, like, there's a audience out there that likes her, you know?
and not just that, but then because it's also a girl, they're now obviously can inspire a lot more girls as well to be like doctors and nurses and heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that's the same with Shooty's Doctor because he's black. He gets a more gets more fans who are black to actually inspire to be more like him.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool that these new doctors are bringing in a new audience. I just wish Jodie's doctor was written better, but, you know,
Yeah,
it's still cool. I mean, I think it's cool to bring in new fans. I'm not a gatekeeper or anything. I know some people are like, "Oh, you're a fan of Jodie or Shooty or Peter
yeah,
Capaldi.
yeah,
You're not a real fan." I think I don't
yeah.
like gatekeepers in general, in
No.
my opinion, but, um, yeah.
The only time I'll gatekeep is when like the show actually states something, and they're like, "Oh well, that's not how the show is interpreted." I'm like, "Fam, that's literally how it is. Like the show stated that."
Yeah, yeah.
Like if it says, "Oh yeah, like the weeping angels move in a certain way," and then like, "Oh no, it can move this way." I'm like, "No, they can't."
Yeah, that's
Oh, but
true.
in this comic book it said so, but that's not the show.
Well, you're correct. I guess that's not really gatekeeping because you're correcting
Yeah,
information,
a
right?
lot of
Yeah.
people see that as gatekeeping nowadays.
What, the correct information?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't see that as fake gatekeeping. I see as gatekeeping, like for me, I've been gatekeep a little bit, like because I like the sequels more than the prequels. I don't like the prequel Star Wars prequels at all. Like I the like what I received from that was like that's kind of why I stopped doing my Star Wars YouTube channel because like I was just tired of being called a fake fan all the time when I know I'm a real fan because I grew up with it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
and I think anyone could be a fan, just jump on at any point. But yeah, correcting for information isn't gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is like you are not a true fan, or you're a fake fan, or some stupid thing
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
Or I'm not gonna tell
No,
some kid like you're not a true Doctor Who fan because you. I'm not gonna say that like because
yeah,
you
yeah,
like Jodie.
yeah. Or some people are like, oh well, you're not a true Doctor Who fan if you haven't met this Doctor, or you haven't like got this card or this cup or something like. It's just silly.
Yeah, it's so annoying. It's like really kid. Oh, I
Or
guess
or
a
or,
lot. Of,
or, or a big one. There's a big one that everyone does. Oh, you haven't watched the Unearthly Child?
wait, really? People say that too?
Yeah, people say that all the time.
That's stupid.
Yeah,
You could be a fan and start with Jodie's era or Shrudi's era or any era. I don't think it matters really. It's just
yeah. I see people all the time going, oh yeah, well he ain't seen the Unearthly Child. She ain't a proper fan.
that's so annoying. Ugh,
Yeah,
I just like I don't know why it matters to people so much too. Like it's like people really like m- make it like such a big thing. Like I see other YouTubers too. And I don't want to talk about any other YouTubers because I'm not going to become one of those channels.
yeah.
Hopefully, but But yeah, I see like YouTubers all the time, just like especially Star Wars channels, and they're and even Doctor Who channels too. I see a couple of them are like that too. Like if you don't like Jodie, you're not a real fan, or if you do like Jodie, you're not a real fan. It's like why
I
does
mean,
that matter?
with me, I tried to find out why people didn't like Jodie when series 13 came out. I tried to do as much research as I could to find out why people did or didn't like her.
Yeah,
It was quite interesting.
yeah. I know some people don't like her because she's a woman or whatever. Um,
Sad.
what's that?
I said that's sad.
Yeah,
They need to take a long reflection in the mirror.
yeah, yeah. I definitely don't have a problem with her being a woman. Um, I just think she was just poorly written, in my opinion. But
You know what is sad when the Ruth Doctor was written better than Jodie's Doctor, but it's written by the same writer.
yeah, she felt more like the Doctor than Jodie did, unfortunately.
So it just makes me think: was Chris Chibnall writing her that way on purpose?
Or maybe it's just Jodie herself. Maybe she's just kind of miscast. I don't know. I have to see what she sounds like in Big Finish. Whenever she joins Big Finish, um, hopefully we get
I
back.
heard they're doing Ruth Doctor Big Finish now.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I haven't been paying attention to Big Finish too much. I mean, I anytime there's an Eighth Doctor story, I give that a listen because he's my favorite Doctor. But
yeah. If you research it like on Google or something right now, you'll be it probably will come up.
so which Doctor is she exactly? Uh,
I have no clue.
Ruth Doctor Big Fin. Like to me, like
I'm pretty sure they're making one now.
I want to say I don't really see her, the fugitive Doctor. I want to say I don't really see her as a doctor, but I don't know what part of the. Oh yeah, they are doing Big Finish. But I don't know what part of the timeline she's in. Like, is she in between 2 and 3? Like, is she?
I'm pretty sure she's in between 2 and 3.
That's the only. If she's a pre-Hartnell doctor, she's not doctor to me. I'm sorry. Like, I can't accept the pre-Hartnell doctor thing. I mean, I'm not saying like it's factually like she's not really a doctor, but for me, like in my head canon, pre-Hartnells just do not exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't. I just to
Like
me,
it just makes the Doctor like Luke Skywalker, like the chosen one, or Jesus or someone like.
yeah. That's it breaks the show for me. I don't think Doctor Who, because I don't argue that much, but sometimes people wanna cause arguments with me like, "Oh, you can't accept the timeless child, and that's really closed-minded," or this, and that. I see it all the time in my comment section. People really dislike that I didn't like Wild Blue Yonder of, because it mentioned timeless child, and to
Yeah,
me, it just fundamentally breaks what I love about the show. I love that Doctor is a madman or woman or whoever in a box, traveling through time, escaped Gallifrey because they were bored, you know what I mean?
yeah,
That's who the Doctor is, and the Doctor is such a great person and important person to the universe because of who they are, not because of being born to create Time Lords and
yeah.
being space Jesus. That's just not who the Doctor is to me,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, apparently the Doctor's adopted now. I think that's where they're going to go with Series 14 with Ruby and the Doctor.
Oh, no.
Because
Yeah.
he mentioned it in the Christmas special, didn't he? He's like, oh, I'm adopted too, I
He
think.
did. Yeah, that bothered me. It made me cringe. I can't get over it. I know, like, comments say to get over it. I just can't. I just
I mean,
never ever gonna accept that.
yeah.
That's just me, though. Hopefully it's not mentioned too much. Like, I'm gonna watch it if it's, like, not Timeless Child references all the time, but,
There probably will be a lot of references to it.
well, I'm gonna see how series 14 is first, because
I heard David Tennant's coming back.
yeah, they talked about, what's it called? Doing a spin-off with the 14th Doctor, like,
No, I
for
mean,
future.
I think he's actually going to come back in the finales.
Wait, what? In the
Yeah,
finales?
yeah. It's either this finale or Series 15's finale that he's going to come back.
I don't like that. I don't know if I like that. I mean, I love David Tennant, he's my 2nd favorite Doctor, but I just you gotta let Ncuti be on his own, and I just think the 14th Doctor just needs to be in his own little just retire until he becomes 15th, you know what I mean?
I think they're trying to use David Tennant as much as possible before he ends up like quitting acting or something. 'Cause he's nearly 60 now.
That's crazy that he's that old now.
I think he's 52. I think.
Wow.
Alexa, how old's David Tennant?
David Tennant is 52 years old.
52.
Wow. Damn. I mean, I did you ever meet, any of the doctors or, like, David Tennant?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
I met David Tennant at a Comic-Con a few years ago, and he looked so young. He looked like he's still in his 30s, and, like, he's, like, a really nice person. He's, like, the nicest person I ever met. I only talked to him for, like, 5 minutes at the Comic-Con, but, like, it's just it's just crazy, like, how time goes by so fast, like, he's really nice too, so that's really cool to have a nice doctor. He's not like a dick.
Yeah.
'Cause some of those actors, some of the doctor actors are kind of, from what I've heard, they're kinda mean.
I heard the things about Christopher Eccleston saying stuff about Shewing Gardner and RTD.
Christopher Eccleston, yeah, he talked bad about, Russell T Davies, right?
Yeah, he said that in order for him to come back, he wants all of them fired.
Yeah,
But
um,
then people are saying, hold on, he didn't come back for the 50th and they weren't writing then. So,
yeah, well, he said he didn't come back for the 50th because he feels like, he just couldn't he just didn't I think he was still, like, hurt by Doctor Who. He finally healed from whatever he went through, but also he just, I don't think he likes multi-doctor stories. He just wants to come back on his own, like, be the only one there. But I'm glad we got John Hurt because of it, so
I think the time Christopher Eccleston comes back, it's going to be too late. It's just going to look completely different.
yeah, I don't really care if he comes back, to be honest. I never loved his doctor,
Because
so
Christopher Eccleston is in his 70 now. I think he's 70, 80, something like that.
Christopher Eccleston, 78?
Well, he's either 70 or 80. He's getting old.
I think he's around the same age as David. He's 60.
Oh,
Christopher
he's 60,
Eccleston is
yeah.
60. Yeah.
Oh, he looks older.
Yeah, probably, like, the trauma of Doctor Who aged him like 10 years. But,
Anything Star Wars and Marvel asked if you want to do a collab.
possibly. I'm really busy as it is. I got work and college and I'm in a play now too. So, possibly at some point. I think the next stream I'm gonna be able to do is in a month or so. So,
It says you could ask me anything, and I think it'd be great for both our channels. If/or we want to do the collab, just let me know.
yeah. Yeah, possibly. Oh, oh, we lost him. All right. Well, it's just me for right this second. Cameron, I'm sure will be back. Oh, Cameron's back. Okay. Hey, welcome back.
Hello.
Lost you there for a sec. Did the StreamYard just kick you out again?
No, but I think I pressed the done button on the sign. It just kicks you out.
Oh, really?
I think I figured out what it is now.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. But yeah. Is there anything else you wanted to cover before the anything Spider-Man related? Do you want to cover before the end of the stream?
No, I think we pretty much covered it. To be fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then yeah, I think that was all the comments. Oh wait, there's this one. Avengers: Secret Wars with me as Miles Morales alongside Tom Holland as MCU Spider-Man, and with other actors and Marvel heroes would absolutely be a dream come true. That sounds
Yeah.
really cool. That would sound really cool. But yeah, I think that's everything Spider-Man. Let's did you want to talk about anything Doctor Who related, or you want to say that for like another stream?
Um. I mean, we've already talked about quite a lot Doctor Who related, so.
Yeah, yeah. We'll say that for like another stream or something. But all right, guys. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks, Cameron, for coming on.
Thank you.
And that was great having you. Hopefully, we can do another stream sometime soon. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. And yeah. All right, guys. All right, I'm gonna end the stream.
Right, I'll see you a lot later.
Well, yeah, or I will keep you on. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna end the stream. You can still stay on.